Today I'm going to talk about data in relation to programming. Okay, so it's also a small short video. So let's go about this. First, as we discussed in a previous video, software consists of two main components. Okay, one is instructions and the next one is the data. Okay, instructions and data makes up the software. So then that's it. Then we will see in this video we will look at data and how they are logically stored, kept in the memory. That is how it will be viewed for the purpose of programming. Okay, so what are we talking about as data and how does it store in the memory and how do we look at it? So basically this is what we are trying to do in this session. Okay, this is not about how it is physically stored. That is, this is not about bits and bytes. That is, when you are actually talking about how these data or instruction or anything for that matter is stored in the main memory, the physical storage, what shape it takes and so on, that is bits and bytes. Okay, that is not what we are doing in this session. In this session, we are just looking at data in the perspective of programming. Okay, so in the perspective of programming, computer data is generally categorized into two types. One is numeric data, okay, and the next one is alphanumeric data. So basically we are going to look at data as two categories: numeric data and alphanumeric data. Okay, so then numeric data consists of numbers which can be arithmetically manipulated by arithmetic operations. That means if you take 2, you can add 5 onto that and the result will become 7. So you can do a mathematical operation with those data. So like, just look at these examples. Now these are all numeric data because if you take 5 or 0 or 245 or 3.9 or minus 73 or 404 or minus 23.6, any of these can be added, subtracted, multiplied, divided, and basically arithmetic operations can be performed on them. And there will be some results appearing as a result of that. The next type of data we are going to talk about, which is alphanumeric data, it consists of all other data which cannot be arithmetically manipulated. So you can imagine it like this. Data which can be arithmetically manipulated, that is added, subtracted, multiplied, divided, are numeric data. Anything other than that for all falls into the alphanumeric data type. Okay, so alphanumeric data consists of all other data which cannot be arithmetically manipulated by arithmetic operations. So example, let's take some example. Okay, look at this name, Ahmed. Ahmed is a name, right? So this name cannot be added, right? You can't add 5 to this or 3 to this, or basically you can't do any addition or subtraction or multiplication or division with this. This is somebody's name. In bracket I have put what it means. Okay, this is somebody's name. So names you don't take for any arithmetic operations. Okay, same way. Now look at this one. This is not a name, no, but it's a number. So what I have said is it's a house number. Somebody's house number 245. Now, do you ever go and do arithmetic operations with house numbers? Do you say, okay, my house number is 245 and your house number is 246, therefore your house is bigger than my house? You never do that. So house numbers are just some kind of a code to identify a place. It's not telling any value-wise, number-wise values, okay, big or small or anything like that. It's just a code. Okay, so that's another alphanumeric data. Then you take pencil, for example. I'm just using few: pencil, pen, eraser, meat, I don't know, room, house, anything you take is alphanumeric data. So now even phone numbers, this is, just take this as a phone number, this is also alphanumeric data. Okay, because if, even though these are numbers, you don't generally use phone numbers as alphanumeric numeric data, because you again do not add or subtract or anything from the phone number. Okay, phone numbers usually don't, you don't perform arithmetic operation with phone numbers. Phone numbers are just there. And the other problem is, if we consider this as a numeric data, then what will happen is this zero will get lost, because leading zeros do not have any value for numbers. So this will be just taken as 718556097. Zero will be lost. So that's the reason why we take phone numbers also into alphanumeric data. Then a country name, alphanumeric data, or some just general text, any combination of text. These also alphanumeric data. Okay, so so computer data is generally categorized into two types: numeric data and alphanumeric data. We have seen alphanumeric data which can be arithmetically manipulated, and alphanumeric data which cannot be uh, arithmetically manipulated. Okay, numeric data can be manipulated, alphanumeric data cannot be manipulated arithmetically. Okay, next thing, now we are going to see how numeric data and alphanumeric data kept in main memory, in the computer's memory. How will it, this is again, remember, not physical storage we are talking about, we are talking about how this is going to be viewed from a programming point of view. Okay, right. So alphanumeric or numeric data in the memory, in the main memory, will be kept either as constants or variables. Okay, those are the two types, constants or variables. Constants means data that cannot change. Okay, I will show you in a little while examples. And if you're talking about variables, variables are data that can change. So constants can't change, variables can change. So let's see how that is. Let's see about constants first. If you look at the previous example, from our previous example, these are called numeric constants. Why? Because these are numeric data, right? These data by numeric, because these data can be arithmetically manipulated. You can add, subtract, multiply, do anything, and therefore they are numeric data. Why are they constants? They are constants because if you look at 5, will 5 ever become 6? You write 5, this is 5. This can't be, it can't take the form of another number. It's always 5. 0 will always be 0. 245 will always be 245. 3.9 again won't change. It's always. So anything that is not, cannot change, we consider as constants. So these are constants, and since they are numeric data, they are called numeric constants. Okay, then we have alphanumeric constants. This will be data that cannot be arithmetically manipulated. We have already seen that alphanumeric data can't be manipulated with arithmetic. That is, you can't add or subtract or multiply or do anything like that. Those are alphanumeric data. They cannot be manipulated. And for the purpose of understanding this as a constant, even in programming languages, these are used. We use some kind of a delimiter to say, okay, this is the start of the alphanumeric constants, this is the end of the alphanumeric constants. So here we are using double quotes as our delimiter to show. So here what we are showing is, okay, the name Ahmad from this point up to this point. This double quotes is not included. Okay, so this means this is a alphanumeric constant. Okay, double quotes shows the beginning and the end of the alphanumeric. Always remember, if there is a double quotes and an end quote, whatever in between is the alphanumeric constants always. Okay, so this is a name shown as a alphanumeric constants. This is, even though this is 245, since we are used double quotes, this is not going to be considered as a number. Okay, like in this case. Now in this case, this will be a numeric, but in this case, it will be considered as an alphanumeric. Why? Because of the double quotes. and as a result you will not be able to do any arithmetic manipulation with this. So this example also says it's a house number. Again, pencil again comes within double quotes. Telephone number again comes within double quotes. Okay, double quotes is not part of it. So now if you take this number, this alphanumeric constants, the actual constant is 0718556 The double quotes are not included. Double quotes are used to show the beginning and the end of the alphanumeric string. We call this a string. Okay, or you can say alphanumeric constant. Again, India is a alphanumeric constant. Okay, because it's within the double quotes and India is inside that. Even this one is a alphanumeric constant. So these are all valid alphanumeric constants. These are all valid numeric constants. Okay, so once again, just to go back again, numeric data and alphanumeric data are stored in or kept in main memory for the purpose of programming. Okay, understand that, in the main memory as either constants or variables. So now we have looked at what constants are and how they will look like. So these are numeric constants, these are alphanumeric constants. Okay, so now let's go and see about variables. Variables are data that can change. So that means unlike constants example, if you take 5, 5 is always 5, it won't change, and therefore it is a constant. If you take the name Ahmad, Ahmad is always Ahmad, it won't change, and therefore that is also a constant. But variables can change. So let's see what it means. It means we are not talking about something, we are talking about the contents. So I think as we go through, you will understand this a little bit more. So let's look at it. Variables are named, labeled, named meaning labeled, some label is given, memory locations. Okay, let's see an example. Now we are going to have two memory locations, one called name, another one called age. These are the names. Okay, and this is the name or label of the variable, and this is the content or the value of the variable. For example, if you take the variable name, variable called name, it contains the name Ahmad. If you to look at the variable called age, it contains the value 23, and this label name or this label age is known as variable. Why? Because inside the name, if I wanted, I could have put some other name. I could have put